Good morning. Good morning, class. I am so excited to finally be here with our online learning and to be here with all of you. So, first off, I want to say, class, and I hope that you're saying yes, yes, right back because I've missed hearing that. So, I cannot wait for the day that I hear you in person. And I look forward to learning the way that we have to right now. I hope everybody's doing well at home and that you've been working really hard and trying to do your schoolwork as much as you can. Well, today I did want to make an announcement first before we get started. I am going to be posting, I have changed things up a little bit. Instead of posting a video every day, I am going to be posting a live video every Monday and Wednesday. And in between all of those things, I hi Jayla, hi Bentley, and in the middle of those things, I will be posting read alouds and other small videos on our YouTube channel. But I thought it would be really cool if we could do a live stream of our class every Monday and Wednesday. And there will not be a lot of material for you to do other than a few worksheets and stories that I read to you. So I thought this would be the perfect way. So, to get right to jump right in and get started, I am going to be going over some skills today, some math, and then I'll be ending with the knowledge story. Just a reminder, we have already gone over these things because we were a little bit ahead of the other second grade classes because we are pretty awesome, remember. So, this is going to be a review for some of you. So, I hope that the worksheets that I have on Google Classroom are pretty easy for you and just are a review. So, first off, if you have viewed already our assignments on Google Classroom for Skills, we posted a review slideshow or a Google Slides, and it's only 5 slides long, and it's just reviewing what parts of speech are and the adjectives. Next week, we'll be getting into the subject and predicate that we already did before we left school. So I want to make this, hi Adrian, I want to make this as interactive as we can over the cameras. So first off, I want you to tell me or describe to someone around you what a noun is. So in order to create your sentences and make a complete sentence, you need to know what a noun is. So if you could type the answer, that would be great too if you want to interact. If not, I'll give you a couple seconds to think about what a noun is. I know that we go, it is a mm, mm. We always do that in class. So what is it? There are 3 things that it could be, and then Mr. Lucian always says, and one more. So do any of you have the answer? It is a person, place, or thing, and an animal. So if you have any of those words in the books that you're reading or on one of our worksheets, there's this special type of word that describes what that noun is. So right now, I want you to look around the room that you're in and find one thing in maybe on the desk that you're at or just look at it. You don't have to hold it. So I am going to pick up this. So what is this? This is a marker. So marker, is that a noun? Because is this a person? No. Is this a place? No. Or is it a thing? It's a thing. So this thing has to be described by something. So what kind of word can I use to describe my noun? So if I'm going to look at this item, this thing, I'm going to look at it and say, is it short? Is it tall? Is it colored? Is it black and white? What does it do? Does it write? So, which one of those words are something that I could describe my marker with? Now, look at the item that you have found in your room that you're around, and I want you to come up with one word that describes that noun that is in front of you. If I were to describe this, I would say that it is a pink and purple marker. So, what And that are my descriptive words. If I were to say that I have a pink and purple marker, how would I describe that? Or which of those words is a descriptive word? Pink and purple. So if I were to write pink and purple, I know that's hard to see, then I would underline those in our sentence because they are descriptive words. They are adjectives. That's our fancy word, one of our fancy A words that we go over. It's an adjective. So if I were to describe one of the items that are in front of you, I might use a completely different word because if I were looking at this item, this thing, or this noun, and one of you had chapstick, I have these two different things. Would I always describe these two words with the same type of adjectives? No, because this one has a different color. Is this one smaller? Is this one taller? Or how would you describe them with what you see? That's what we're using our adjectives for. So on your assignment on Google Classroom, all you're going to have to do is use any word that you want to describe the words that we put out for you. I believe the first one is car. So how would you describe a car? Would it be small? It could be if it's a toy car, but let's pretend it's a car that mom or dad might have. So I would say that the car could be large or giant in comparison to something else. Or what else could the car be if you're driving it? How could you drive it? Fast, slow, quick? So that's all we're going over for skills in our lesson this week because we're reviewing. And I didn't want you to have to do too much. So when we're going over adjectives, those are something that describe, like we said, but nouns, what type of nouns do we have? Or what are the two types that we're describing? So if I were to give you the example, Jayla. Jayla is a noun, right? Because that's her name. But is Jayla a common noun or a proper noun? I want you to tell me if you can type it out, or I want you to shout it at the screen or whisper it if brothers or sisters are still sleeping. And I want you to tell me what kind of noun the word or the name Jayla is, common or proper, and why. Yes, you, Jayla says me. Yes. So that word or that name would be proper. Because if we have a common noun, very good, Adrian. If we had a common noun, it would not have a what? We went over this before, but it would not have a name. So if I say anything, if I say that this is a marker, that is what kind of noun? It is a common noun. Now, once I add something specific, meaning I give it a name, that is what makes it proper. So this is a dry erase marker. That gives it a name. So if I were to talk about Jayla again, how would I make Jayla's name to, to be common? Instead of being proper with her actual name, how would I say her name just using it as a common noun? I could call her or girl or student because all three of those examples do not have a name to them. They're just a general common noun. So now I want you to think of another noun, but a common noun of something that you buy at a store. So maybe a type of clothing, or maybe you're trying to go and buy soup. What kind of soup? Give an example of something you would buy at a store. You would buy a toy. What kind though? So the general common noun of something you could buy at a store, if we used the word toy, toy would be common. And then give me a specific type of toy that you wish you could go buy right now at the store. If You have something that you've been wanting really bad, or some advertisement you see. What would that proper noun be called of the toy that you want? So instead of making it just a general name of a toy, now make it proper. So I know that if I said that I wanted to go get a Barbie would mean that that is a proper noun. It is something very specific rather than a general name. So I think that you guys have done very, very well with common and proper nouns so far since we were in school. So let's see, if I give you a common noun, could you give me an example of the proper noun? So I'm going to say the word teacher. Teacher is a common noun. Could you give me an example of a proper noun? Thanks for your answer, Jayla. Hi, Lucian. So I'll give you a couple seconds to think. So if I say teacher is a common noun, how would you give me a proper noun? Give it a name. So it doesn't have to be me, but it could be someone else. Hello, Sweta. Miss Millet, perfect. That works too. But so does Melissa, because Melissa is Jayla's mom's name. That would work because right now, Miss Melissa is her teacher at home. So that would work too. So it's just giving them a name. So let's try our next one. If I were to give you a common noun of the word store, give me the proper noun of a store. This one's pretty easy. What's your favorite store to go to? Something that has a name. Maybe where you wish you could go right now because you can't. Very, very good one. Good job, Adrian. Walmart, that's a very general one. And Walmart is somewhere that has many different things. I miss you too, Sweta. Toys R Us, very good example. Very good because it's specific. It's somewhere that you can get the items that you are talking about when you say the common nouns. So let's think of, I have two more for you. A common noun is book. I am going to say the word book, and can you give me a proper noun for book? Maybe a story that we've read already, or maybe something you've read while you have had time. And if you don't type the answers, that's okay. Does anyone remember the last book that we read in class? Maybe that's a good example. Mm, it had something to do with the stars and day and night. It was a simple title. It's called Moon. We read the book called Moon, and that is a specific title of a book. So the next one, let's say a common noun is boy. Something very simple. Boy. Now make boy common, or make boy proper. I'm sorry. Boy is a common noun. Now make it proper. Yes, very good job, Sweta. Person, place, or thing is a noun. Good night, Moon. Very good, Jayla. Ben, very good. Good. And I think I could go down the list and just name everyone's name in here that's a boy. So if I were to say Lucian, or if I were to say Adrian, then I would be giving you a proper noun of the word boy, or Benny. Cool. I love it. So now moving on, if you go through your slideshow, we are just going to touch very shortly on verbs. So, verbs, can you whisper to me what a verb is? You can type it if you would like, but I would like you to whisper and very quietly say in your whisper voice, what is a verb? Think really, really hard. Close your eyes and think of a sentence that has a verb in it, and hopefully you can share one with me. So, what kind of word are we describing if we're using, not describing, that we're explaining if we're talking about a verb? Very good, Lou. So we are talking about action verbs usually. So verbs show action. So if I were to say a sentence that was Lucian was running outside and jumping in a puddle, that I can write. Yes. So Lucian was running outside and jumping in puddles. That's my sentence. What are some verbs that are in my sentence? Simply describing our action, the action of the person, place, or thing in our sentence. So in this sentence, it is Lucian. So Lucian is who we're talking about. Very good, Bentley. He was running, and what else was he doing? He was jumping. He was jumping into a puddle. So those are some descriptive words. So now I'm going to give you two examples for sentences, and we are going to have you describe to me or give me a verb, an action verb to describe or fill in the sentence, kind of like we do with our Mad Libs. So if I were to say, Sweta was blank at school, what was Sweta doing at school? Think of a different example. It doesn't have to be very hard. Let's see. What are some examples that we have? Sweta was blank at school. What was she doing? Was she jumping like Jayla said from our other sentence? Oh, I hope she wasn't jumping. So, my example, hi, Kingston. So, Sweta was working at school, or Sweta was learning at school. All of those are words that are considered verbs because they are action. Writing, very good. Both of you, Kingston and Jayla, very good. Writing, that is our verb. Perfect. Now, one more. I will say this one, everyone should answer the same. Soraya was blank at her desk. I thought this would be a silly one. What was Soraya doing at her desk? Soraya was blank at her desk. Good job, Kingston. That is exactly right because the word sleeping, unfortunately, is what Soraya always did, or playing, but sleeping would be our verb in our sentence. So as you describe something that someone or something is doing, that is their action that we're talking about. Very good. So that is all of our review for our skills. And since we've already covered all of these, this video is going to be a little bit different and it's all verbal, meaning I'm talking it out with you. I'm going to be trying out a whiteboard on screen with you when I do this work as we learn and start to learn new topics. But right now, I'm just going to talk with you like we're in class because I think that would be a lot easier for now. So next, we are going to quickly shift and go into math. So math is something that we are going to have to review on Wednesday a little bit more because this is an area that I think a lot of us were struggling with. So it is a good thing to review. We are going to be doing 3-digit subtraction. So if you want to repeat after me, like our targets are, I can complete 3-digit subtraction. So I can complete 3-digit subtraction. So, with that, can someone tell me what type of number has to be on top in our 3-digit subtraction problem? Let's talk about the characteristics or describe what a three-digit subtraction problem looks like. So I want to get a few answers if you can type to me for this one. What type of problem or what type of number has to be on the top of a three-digit subtraction problem? So is it going to be the smaller number? I know you can, Lou. So what kind of number? Someone has to describe it to me. Very good. Thanks, Vincent. Hi. The bigger number or the larger number. Perfect. So it's very simple. But when we're creating a three-digit subtraction problem, what is very, very important with what we're doing? We have the ones, the tens, and the hundreds. What do we have to make sure we do? What's this symbol or hand motion that I always do? We have to do what with them? I think it's very important that we put them right on top of one another. Very good. Line them up. So if you're talking about the ones and you're talking about the tens, make sure they're right on top of one another or right below one another when you're doing them, or it will become very messy and complicated. So what I would like to do is pull you in a little bit closer, and I would like to do a few practice problems on our board, if that is okay. So this is my home office, so it's kind of like I'm teaching you here, but it's going to be, I want to test out, let's see if I can do this first. I want to test out being able to show you on my screen. Sorry, this is all new to me too. So I'm going to test out our on-screen, what did he say? Our on-screen marker board. To start with the ones column. Very good. Very good, Lou. Okay. Give me 1 second, my friends. Okay. Okay, let's see. Can one of you please type in the bottom of the screen and tell me if you can see our marker board on your screen? And someone please tell me if you can see me and a marker board. I'm hoping so. I miss you too, Kingston. Could someone tell me? Yes, you could. Perfect. That is what I was hoping for, so that it would be a lot easier. So I'm going to be talking about our three-digit subtraction on here so that it is a lot easier for me to describe or to show you. I'm going to be drawing, so bear with my drawing skills, everyone, okay? So I'm going to set up 176 minus 200 was a horrible two. 233. So simply, we are just going to, like Lucian said, start with our ones. Our ones right here is the one farthest to the right. Our tens is the one in the middle. And what is this column called? Right here, that is our hundreds. Very good. So if I'm starting with my ones, all I'm doing, this is a simple problem, so it shouldn't be a challenge yet. 6 minus 3 equals, everyone should be answering that. Everyone should be answering that one. 6 minus 3 is 3. 7 minus 3 is 4. 8 minus 2 is 6. Now, if all of the problems were that easy, then everybody would be mastering three-digit subtraction. We're not quite there yet. So let's work on a harder one or a more challenging one where we have to use our, where we have to borrow, as a lot of people say, or exchange with our tens and ones. Let me check back and see if you guys are viewing okay. Perfect, great answer. Able to see you writing. If so, we cannot. Yes. You should be able to see me writing on the screen. Right now, what do you see? You see two screens of me. This is our first time doing this, so bear with us, okay? Be patient. So right now, you should be able to see me, your face, and the whiteboard behind you. Okay, so no, let's see. I'm writing on an on-screen. Give me one moment, okay, friends? Sorry. Okay, we might have to just do it on my screen or on my marker board in front of me instead. I'm sorry. I'll figure that out for us. So I just didn't want it to be backwards before we did it. So I'll do it on our handheld one. That's okay. Just can see the face with the welcome sign. Okay, no problem. No problem. We'll figure it out, everyone. So let's do another problem still. Let's continue where we will have to exchange with our ones or tens and hundreds. So if I'm writing the number 692 minus 386. This is my problem. I know, see, it's going to be backwards. So I have the ones, tens, and hundreds. So if I have 2 minus 6, can I do that? That's our main question. Can I take 2 minus 6? Not backwards? Good. It's backwards to me, Christine. I'm sorry. Thank you. So 2 minus 6. And then if I can't do that, what do I have to do? Can someone explain that to me? What do I have to do? I always have to look to my neighbor. I have to look to my neighbor, not your neighbor in class. You don't want to cheat off of their paper. Not that neighbor. Borrow from the 9. I don't mind that we use the word borrow, but it's called exchanging. So instead of just taking it temporarily, because the meaning of borrow means that you're going to give it back. We're not going to give it back to the tens, so we're going to exchange for that. So 9, we're going to exchange from it, and so we're going to take away 1 from there, and it becomes 8. What does our 2 become? What does our 2 become? Very good, Vincent. So it becomes 12. Let me turn my, not a glare on it. Sorry. So it becomes 12. So now can I take 12 minus 6? Am I able to do that now? Yes. So 12 minus 6 equals, should be simple. It should be quick. 6. Good. Now we have a new number in our tens column. 8 minus 8 becomes what? 0. Then 6 minus 3 becomes 3. So what is our final answer? We worked through it together. Good job, Adrian, Lucian, Jayla, Bentley. Good job, Sweta. What's our answer? The total answer. 692 minus 386. Perfect. So now I think we're even really good at that, and we've mastered the 3-digit subtraction in a lot of ways. But the really challenging one that will be coming up on our test is doing it with a number line. Subtracting using a number line by counting forward or counting on. A lot of us are confused about this one. So I'm going to go through this one pretty slow. Don't be sad, Kingston. Don't be sad. I see that you're saying that. Don't be sad, buddy. So if I'm going to do another problem just the same, a subtraction problem, but we're going to show it like you have to do on page 130. So 130 in our assignments, we'll talk about the number line as well. Let's see if we can create a big number line, even if you can't see me. Let's do that. And we will do the page together as if you were doing it in class, okay? So we have, it says, Carla had 725 roses. She used some to make a float for the parade. Now she has 142. How many roses did she use for the float? And it says, how can you show your work on a number line? So we have 725 minus 142. 725 minus 142. So now, can you tell me an example? I miss you too, Dayla. Can you tell me an example of what another type of this problem could be? How could I flip this problem so that I can put it on a number line to go forward? Think of the keywords we're going over. If I want it to be forward, what is that keyword? Does that mean it's an addition problem or a subtraction problem? I have the number 725 minus 142. How can I make that into a different type of problem? Come on, Vincent, Sweta, Lucian. I know you guys know this. Jayla. Don't give me the answer yet. So it would be, yes, you're flipping it. So what symbol goes in between 142, Bentley, and 725? Do I put a subtraction sign or a plus sign? Because we're trying to flip our problem. We're going to make it 142 plus some number equals 725. Because adding and subtracting are opposite. Very good. So in order to show this on a number line, I'm going to show you as an example first, and then you can do this on your own on your worksheet. So a number line is a line that continues on both ends, as we've used before. And what we're going to do is, where should my lowest number be? First, let me circle my lowest number. In the numbers, 142 plus blank equals 725. Which one is the lowest number? Which one is the lowest number in our equation? I know that you know this. Very good, Adrian. So I'm going to circle our lowest number. Our lowest number is 142. So 142 will go on the far left side of our number line because that is where the lowest number goes. So 142. Now, what number are we trying to get to in our addition problem? 142 plus blank equals 725. What number are we trying to reach or get to? Great answers, everyone. Great answers. We are trying to get to the larger number. So which one is our larger number that we want to get to or reach? If I want to take 142 plus some number to get here, which number am I trying to get to? Very good, Bentley. 725. So I'm going to draw a squiggle line, maybe. Draw a squiggle line under our number that we're trying to get to or to reach. I'm going to put that number on our far right-hand side of our number line. So 725. That's the number that we're trying to reach. So here comes our challenge. We're going to use the symbols like this, a jumping arrow, as we call it. How can I get from 142 to 725? What can I start with that will make it even numbers? Even numbers meaning that you can count by 10. So I have 142. You know what? I want to get to 150 to make it an even number. How? An even number that I can count by tens to. How do I get there? What number goes in this box? 142 plus what equals 150? You can count on. Very close, Sweta. Very close, Adrian. Very good. It is 8 for the few of you that said that. Great job. So 8. I'm going to put our addition numbers in blue. So now I'm at 150. I'm at 150. So now I think I want to get to 200. In order to get all the way to 725, we have a long way to go. Let's come to 200. That's what I want to do next. What am I going to be adding? 150 plus what equals 200? Very good, Adrian. Very quick. 50. Very good. So now I think I want to make a jump in the 100s. Good job, Jayla. Good job, Kingston, Sweta. I want to make a jump in the hundreds. So what is our number in the hundreds place in the number 725? What is the place value of the number in the hundreds in 725? So if we break down our number, very good. Good job, Sweta. Good correction. The place value is worth. The word value means worth. So it's 7, which is 700, because we have 7 hundreds. So I want to jump all the way to 700. How do I get from 200 to 700? What do I have to add in order to get there? What do I have to add? 200 plus what equals 700? I see your answer. I see a couple of you have the right answer. Great job. Great, great, great job. Let's 500. Very good. So we have to add 500 in order to get to 700. Now you tell me how many more we have to jump in order to get to our number 725. 725 is where we need to be, and we are at 700 right now. How many more times do we have to jump, or in what group do we have to jump to get to 725? Very good. See, you guys didn't lose your touch. You're doing great. 25. So now all of our numbers in blue are what we jumped forward in order to get to our final number. So how do you think I am going to get our main number here in this now blue box? 142 plus what equals 725? You tell me what I have to do in order to get there. What do I have to do? Very much agree, Vincent. What am I going to do, everyone? I want someone to answer me. So if I did 8, 50, 525, what do I have to do with those numbers in order to get how much I jumped forward to get to my 725? What do I have to do? I will start writing a problem down. Okay, you're adding 25, but not just 25. What numbers am I going to add together? Let's see. First, I added 8. Then I added 50. Then I added, very good, a couple of you, great job. Then I added 500. Then lastly, I added 25. And I have to add all of these together. Look how I lined them up. What is all lined up on the right-hand side? What's lined up in the middle? And we only have one in the hundreds. So make sure they're all lined up. Very good. Great answers, everyone. So let's add them up together. 8 plus 0 is 8, of course. 8 plus another 0 is 8. Now, everyone answer me. 8 plus 5 equals what? 8 plus 5 equals what? Remember, we're practicing them, so we should go. 8 plus 5 is very quickly. Don't tell me the answer yet, Sweta. Very good. Nice try. Very good, Bentley. So if I have the number 13, where does my 3 go? Where does my 1 go? My 3 is in the ones column, so it will stay in the ones column. My 1 is in the tens column, so we're going to add it up here to our ones. To our tens, I'm sorry, our ones, and then our tens, our 1 goes with the tens. So 5 plus 1 is, I might go quicker than you, that's okay. 5 plus 1 is 6. 6 plus 0 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8. Now I have to add the hundreds column. The hundreds column is, there's only one number in there, so our answer is 5. Very good, everyone. So now that we did this, what is our final answer of all the numbers that we added together and jumped forward in order to get to 725? Let's come back to our problem that we have. 142 plus our large 583 equals 725. Very good, everyone. So now let's check our work and let's make a problem this direction, up and down. What is the word for that direction? If you can't type that, that's okay. What is the name of the direction that goes up and down? Very good, Lucian. Thank you. Up and down, or north and south, is a line that starts with a V, if you can at least say it at home. Vertical. Then if I have a line that, like our number line, that is going right to left, or if it is going from east to west, that line is called horizontal. So let's make this problem vertical and let's check our work. You know, I always love to do that. So we made a 3-digit addition problem. Excuse me. So we did a 3-digit addition problem now by the opposite of our subtraction problem. 2 plus 3, simple. Everyone say it at home. 5. 4 plus 8, a little bit harder, but you can do that. 4 plus 8 is 12. I have the number 12. And that 2 is in the ones column or on the right side, so it stays there. That 1 follows over to the next column. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 5. What is 2 plus 5? 7. So did we get our answer that we wanted? So originally, our problem was 725 minus 142. In order to get to that answer, we flipped our problem around to make it an addition problem. So let's check our work. Our last part, 5 minus 2 is 3. 2 minus 4, here's our challenge. What do I have to do? I cannot take 4 away from 2. If I only have 2 dots, can I take 4 away from them? No. So again, we are going to do what? We are going to exchange. So I'm going to cross off our 2 and make this a 12. Make my 7, we're going to take 1 away because we took 1 away from the hundreds. Make it a 6. So everyone answer now. 12 minus 4, please. 12 minus 4 is what? Is our magic number 8. Very good. And then 6 minus 1 is 5. So I think we checked our work and we got it completely correct. That was teamwork, because teamwork makes the, see if you can type that out. Teamwork makes the, and then answer with our response that we say in our classroom. I think we did a great job. For our first time, I think we did a wonderful job. So, my dearest friends, so now we are going to, oh, dream work. Look at, I see that. I love that. Pardon me moving the camera a bunch. So I am going to work on trying to get our online marker board to work so it's a little bit easier. Can you tell me if that was okay to see? Can you give me a thumbs up or type a yes or a no? Yes, meaning that it worked pretty well, and no, if it didn't work or you couldn't see it, maybe I can put a better light on it. We're still testing out these ways of doing the teaching, so great job. Thanks, Bentley. Thank you. I like doing this too, Jayla. It makes my day so much better. Awesome. Class on video is fun. You're cute. Thank you. Well, I'm glad. We'll continue. And like I said, if you weren't here at the beginning, we are going to be doing live videos like this every Monday and Wednesday. And I'm going to keep them at 10 a.m. I know that might not always work with everyone's schedule, but they will still be live or they will still be recorded for you to watch later, just so you know. So today, I was going to read our knowledge story, and I'm going to have to play around with testing things out for letting you see it on the screen at the same time while I am still live on YouTube. But I'm going to review the story a little bit just so that you can do your work if you would like to. But let's plan on, get all your emojis. Let's plan on Wednesday for us to go over the actual story and read the whole thing together. As of right now, I would love to go over our vocabulary because you have a graded assignment for something you might have already done, but you put our life cycle of a sunflower in order and you number them in a Google Forms document. So I could see it as clear as you can see the water in the lake. The water in the lake is not clear at all, so that's not a good thing. But okay, let's go over our 5 vocabulary words. And after that, we'll be done for the day. At the end of every video, I will have just a simple game of maybe hangman or a challenge at the end of every video. So let's get started on our knowledge vocabulary. So I know you didn't say it yet, so I can remember my vocabulary words because that is something that you're still tested on. So, our first word, I say it, you say it, and we chop the word. If you would like to do it at home with me, I would love that. So, I say the word attracted, attracted. Act, ed, attracted. I know we haven't done that in a long time, but the word is attracted. Made someone or something interested in someone or something else. So that word attracted means that you look at something and you like what you see. And we're talking about our flowers and the life cycle of them. So, how do you think we're going to be talking about attracted in flowers? If we look at a field of flowers, what is attracting you to those flowers? Are they beautiful? Give me an example of a description or a descriptive word, an adjective to describe a sunflower. Sunflowers are, obviously, you know, they're my favorite flower. So, what are they? What color are they? Are they small? Are they tall? Are they big? Little? Give me a descriptive word of what makes them so attractive. All right, our next word, I say, you say, and then we chop it. Okay, ready? Emerge. Repeat. Emerge. 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 So that word means to come out into view. So that means that our flower is blooming or blossoming. So during what season do our flowers, most flowers, bloom or emerge from the ground, from a tree or the tips of our plants? When do those flowers emerge? Wonderful. great descriptive words. I see them. I'm proud. So emerge, that is what that word means. Next word, pollinators. Pollinators, repeat. Then all, ers, pollinators. So that's a big word. So pollinators are animals that carry pollen to and from plants. An example, insects are perhaps our planet's most important pollinators. We need them so that we can have beautiful flowers and plants to eat. So we have wonderful little animals that pollinate our plants so that they're able to grow. Oh, I like smell good, very good descriptive word. We will talk about pollinating and pollination a little bit more when we read our story on Wednesday. So, next word, I say, you say, protective. Protective. Iv. Protective. All these words are pretty large. So, we got this. Protective. Can you think of something, some word that describes what protective is? I know that mommies and daddies and grandmas and grandpas are very protective of you, so you might know what this word means. Protective is an adjective. It means helpful at keeping someone or something safe. An example, many nuts have a protective outer layer called a shell. So think of a chestnut. I'm not sure if some of you might not know what those are. A chestnut or a sunflower seed or even a peanut. The peanuts have a shell on the outside so that inside that seed part is safe or stays safe. It's protected. All right, our last vocab word before our game. All right, reproduce. Repeat, reproduce. Very, very good. So let's chop it. Reproduce. So reproduce means to make new animals or plants. Plants need pollen from other plants in order to reproduce or to continue creating other plants or to make seeds for new plants. So animals have to take the pollen and pollinate and give some to the other plants in order for the other plants to continue to grow. All right. I think that we have done so well on our first day of online school. And as much as I would love to continue, I don't want to overwhelm you with too much in one day. So I thought it would be fun for us to play a fun game of hangman. Actually, Mr. AJ thought of this idea, so I can't take the credit. But I think we would play a different game or do a challenge, something different every day. So I'm going to erase our board and I am going to come up with a saying and I am going to call on you just like you're in class, and you are going to have to type one letter that you are guessing in order to come up with the phrase. Okay? One moment. All right, let me set up, okay? Okay, are you ready? So take a look at how many words and how many letters are in each phrase. Okay, so here's where our hangman will be. This is one letter. One, two, three, four, five, six. Six letters in our next word. Then three, two, three, then two, and four. So, Who is going to be the first person to type a letter that they would like to guess? I think I should call on Adrian. Adrian, can you please guess a letter for me? Any letter to guess what you think our phrase says. Type any letter that you think. A. All right, very good, Adrian. You did not get you didn't get a part of a person for your class. Okay, next person, I'm going to call on Lucian. Lucian, can you please guess another letter or a vowel? So a consonant or a vowel. Lucian, if you're still here. Let's see. I don't see Lou's answer. So let's go on to Bentley. Bentley, could you give me a letter? B. Okay. B. No, there is no B. So I'm going to write that letter over here and start out with a head. That's okay though. All right. Now, here is our order. How about this? This is our order. Vincent. And Bentley. I think that's all who's in here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 friends in here. So that is the order. So, I typed Kingston twice. I'm sorry. So, Kingston, could you please give me a letter? Yes, any letter. Kingston, any letter. What letter do you think goes in our puzzle, buddy? Guess any letter you want. Get ready for your letter when it's your turn. I typed our order out so you would have an idea of what letter you would think of. K for Kingston. I'm sorry, Kingston, no K. I love that letter, though. We have created a body. Oh, no. All right. Jayla, you're next. What letter do you think, sweetheart? Come on, teamwork. I believe in you. Okay. Let's see. Lou, I'll take your letter right now. Is that an L or an I? Let's see. Oh, Jayla N. No, there's no N. Very good guess. Very good guess. I'm going to give you a leg. So I'm going to go I. All right, you had 2 I's, if that was an I. Very good. There was no N. Who's next on our list? Adrian. Do you want I see I. Thank you very much. Now, Adrian, your turn, bud. We already guessed I, sweetheart. Can you think of a different letter you want to guess? F. All right, we had one F. Very good. Okay. Start to think of what you think it might say. All right, our next person. Sweta, honey. Your turn. Everyone that's still left, you can type letters in right now. Just type them all in so that I can see if we can solve our puzzle. Bentley, Vincent, go ahead, type yours in now. Sweta, same thing. I want to see all of our guesses of letters. S, Bentley, I'm going with yours. S, very good letter. 1, 2. Very good. 3 S's, Bentley. Very good. Vincent, U. Very good letter. 2 U's. I see. Jayla, let's do E. And I see P and M. No, not quite. I see M. Good. Who thinks that they can solve our phrase? So, no more letters. Let's see who can solve our puzzle or our phrase. Who can solve it? Let's see. Jayla, very good. That was so quick. I'm so proud of you. Great job. So I missed all of you so much. So let's fill that in. I missed all of you so much. And because I used an exclamation point at the end, how would I say that? How would I say that if there was an exclamation point at the end? I would say it with inflection. So I would say, I missed all of you so much. I wouldn't just say it, I missed all of you so much, because that means the exclamation point was not correct. So you guys did such a great job. I am so proud of you. And let's see, I see some messages coming in. So I am going to, I'm sorry if, was I loud? Someone, sorry, Bentley, was I too loud? Oh, you're saying that you say it loud. I understand. Perfect. You guys are doing such a great job. And I just want to point out that for second graders, you are all having and doing such a great job with everything that's going on. And I'm very proud of each and every one of you. So I'm going to type you a message to end our video before we go. There we go. So I am going to end our live stream, but if you would like to continue to comment at throughout after video or after watching the video, again, you are more than welcome to communicate with your friends through our YouTube page. That's only if your parents are allowing you to be on here, though. So I just want everyone to remain safe, and please let me know if you need anything. I will see you again live at 10 a.m. on Wednesday. So if anything changes, I will post it on the Google Classroom and on our Class Dojo. Thank you, parents, for letting all of the students get on today, and I loved seeing everyone's comments and everyone communicating back and forth. So until next time, I will see you guys later, and I look forward to continuing as much as we can at least. So I love you all, and I will talk soon, okay? Have a great day.